MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
We all know that cranking up the performance in a battery electric vehicle is a much different and much simpler process than the methods used over the last 100 years of internal combustion powertrains. So let's see how AMG has adapted to this brave and very fast new world with the Mercedes-AMG EQE SUV. This 2024 Mercedes-AMG EQE is the first all-electric performance SUV from the motoring masterminds at AMG. Starting with the same EQ platform that underpins the brand's S and E-Class based all-electric sedans and utilities, AMG replaces the EQE 500 4MATIC SUV's motors with AMG-specific units both up front and in back. These specially built motors have unique windings, adapted inverters, and upgraded cooling, all so more current can flow, producing a new total of 617 horsepower and 701 pound-feet of torque. While the midsize EQE SUV doesn't feel overly large to drive, it does have an incredibly solid, almost tank-like presence to it, weighing in at just shy of 6,000 pounds. Yet standard rear axle steering helps it behave quite nimbly, and it accelerates like a vehicle half that weight, pushing you back in the seat with authority whenever you go all in on the accelerator pedal. An extended period of mid-Atlantic rain kept us from getting track numbers, but Mercedes claimed 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. We'd say that's conservative. Giving race start with boost function unlocks an additional 60 horsepower. Likewise, as in previous Mercedes EVs we've tested, it overachieved when it came to battery range as well. With the official rating of the AMG EQE SUV at 235 miles, we plotted a 200-mile road trip and still had 21% of battery remaining at the end of it, putting our range estimate closer to 254 miles. Max DC fast charging for the 90.6 kilowatt-hour battery, which is the same battery used in the EQE 500, is perhaps not as high performance as the rest of the vehicle. At 170 kilowatt, it takes about 15 minutes to add 100 miles of range, though when driving, the regen braking setup can feed power back at a rate of 260 kilowatt. Our testers' optional ceramic brakes were plenty strong, if a little touchy around town. There's also active braking that likes to initiate regen before you actually touch the pedal when you're coming up on another vehicle or approaching an intersection. Nobody does interiors like Mercedes-Benz, and we're not just talking about the luxurious quality of the leather and carbon fiber materials. There's the wow factor of the dash-wide hyperscreen, and cool aspects too, such as the turbine-like air vents. That's before you even get to looking around at the AMG specifics, like the performance steering wheel, dynamic select drive modes, and even the unique AMG sound experience coming through the Dolby Atmos surround sound system with speakers seemingly everywhere. It's not all glitz and glamour though, as there are multiple thoughtful storage locations throughout the cabin, and good cargo hauling abilities too. The 18.4 cubic feet of space in back and max capacity of 59.2 cubic feet with rear seat backs folded might just be the ticket to convincing your significant other into letting you make this oh-so-sensible purchase. Rear seat passengers of this 5-seater will appreciate their own luxurious space with comfortable seating, adequate leg and headroom, and multiple charging ports. There's nothing that screams high performance on the outside of this EQE SUV, as AMG details are mostly subtle, though stacking both of the available AMG Night packages adds lots of gloss black trim and dark chrome accents. There are 3 different 21-inch wheel patterns to choose from, as well as available 22s. Most of the AMG goodness lies deep within, like performance-tuned, fully variable 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive that adjusts torque distribution 160 times per second based on drive mode and chassis sensor info. Likewise, AMG Ride Control Plus air suspension with adaptive damping and active roll stabilization is constantly monitoring road and driving conditions along with driver input, adjusting the suspension accordingly, and delivering vastly different driving experiences spread across multiple drive settings from Comfort to Sport Plus. Using 46 kilowatt-hour of electricity per 100 miles, the AMG EQE SUV earns a fair efficiency rating. Pricing starts at $110,750, certainly not out of line for any high-performance vehicle these days, much less one with a Mercedes star plus an AMG badge. You could argue that when Mercedes-Benz made the EQ leap into full battery electric vehicles, they prioritized precision over passion. Well, there's a healthy dose of both here in this 2024 Mercedes-AMG EQE SUV. Now, we may just be a little lightheaded from experiencing all of the performance that's packed into this midsize utility, but this is easily our favorite Mercedes EV we've driven yet. And that kind of makes sense considering AMG had a big hand in creating it.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.